Fraud has taken longer to release than any other Ultra Kill update, but it's also the layer we've arguably received the most teasers for. There are so many, in fact, it's pretty hard to keep track of everything. So in this video, I'm going to be compiling everything we currently know about the Fraud layer, from all the confirmed content to my own personal speculation. And to just get this out of the way, I'm definitely going to miss a few things, so if I do, please feel free to point them out in the comments. Starting with 8-1, we currently only have 2 confirmed music tracks, In Absentia Logos and Spiral Out Keep Going. We've only heard these 2 tracks, but I strongly believe there's a high chance we're going to get at least one more for this level. My personal opinion is that Ultra layers tend to mirror each other within their own acts. For example, in Act 2, 4-1 and 4-5 each introduce a new enemy and a new gameplay mechanic. Dual Wielding Greed and Blue Hook Points and Wrath. Each layer's second level also introduces a mini-boss like the Ferryman and the Insurrectionist, and of course the final level always contains the layer's main boss. So if Fraud continues this pattern and mirrors violence, then 8-1 will likely have 3 music tracks, just like 7-1. This also suggests that 8-1 may feature a mini-boss similar to the Minotaur. Anyways, that could easily explain where the third music track would come from. In my opinion, the mini-boss is likely to resemble one of these statues introduced in the Ultra Revamp update. Alongside these statues, we were also given a Ferryman statue. Seeing as the Ferryman statue was used to foreshadow his introduction in Wrath, it's likely the other 2 statues also foreshadow something. We also see Providence represented in statue form in the 8-1 teaser. Providence fires pink projectiles that cannot be iframed by dashing. These projectiles first appeared in the Earthmover Brain fight. Providence's movement and pathfinding are also very similar to Virtue's, and in Ultra Kill 92, we see that Providence drops a unique hook point on death. Akita hasn't revealed what this hook point actually does yet, but there are a lot of theories. Here are some of my favorites. It's a temporary, one-use blue hook point. It's a hook point that fully heals the player once. Or Providence has some sort of revival mechanic, where Providence will respawn unless the player hooks onto its corpse within a certain time limit. Moving on to 8-2, we have 1 confirmed music track, No Devil Lived On. We've also received 2 different video teasers, Ultra Kill 93 and Ultra Kill 94. Ultra Kill 93 showcases shifting gravity, something we also saw briefly in the 8-1 teaser. Because of this, it's safe to assume that gravity manipulation will be a core mechanic throughout the entire Fraud layer, and not exclusive to one level. Ultra Kill 94, on the other hand, introduces a new enemy, the Deathcatcher, that resurrects dead enemies as puppets on a rough 7-second interval. Much like an idol, it appears to only be breakable through melee attacks, and appears to not be able to move around the arena. If my theory about Fraud mirroring violence holds true, then this would imply that 8-2 should also introduce a second new enemy, which we haven't had teased in any way. Additionally, release screenshots show that 8-2 heavily features mirrors. It's not confirmed whether these mirrors have gameplay functionality, but considering how prominently they appear in these screenshots and the fact that Fraud is about lying and deceiving the player, I would not be surprised if they were used to trick us in some way. Akita also mentioned in a developer commentary stream that eventually this mirror feature would be added to this mirror in 1.4, which is just kind of something I wanted to mention because I thought it was cool. Very little is known about 8-3. We currently have only 1 confirmed screenshot and a 19-second teaser video. In that video, we see a simple hallway filth encounter, which gives us another look at Fraud's portal technology, as well as a brief preview of 8-3's music. So far, 8-3 is the first level in which we see one of the portals moving around, which opens up a lot of possibilities for unique combat encounters. It's also very possible that 8-3 will feature what I like to call a unique gameplay focus. Similar to the Blood Trees in 7-3, it's just something that deviates ever slightly from traditional Ultra Kill level design. Once again, this is pure speculation, but it lines up with my theory that Fraud will loosely follow Violence's overall structure. As for 8-4, we currently know absolutely nothing. That said, there are several miscellaneous screenshots and teasers that aren't tied to any specific level. It's entirely possible that we've already seen parts of 8.4 without realizing it. No, I actually think this screenshot is from 8.1. It's probably the gate to the mini boss or something like that, if I had to guess. It's very unlikely Hakita would have publicly teased the final fraud level. If anything, that's the one I'd assume he'd keep a complete surprise. We also haven't seen any information about the golden arm, which is most certainly going to be obtained during fraud, which I look forward to figuring out what exactly it does. As of filming this video, these are all the fraud teasers we've been given. Based on Hakita's comments, I believe that 8.1's second theme is the last main teaser we're going to be given. And honestly, I hope I'm right. I don't want too much of fraud to be revealed before it launches so that when it does, it doesn't feel like we've already seen everything. This is my first long-form video on my channel, so if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I want to do more videos like this. I really enjoyed making it. If this video does well, I'll record some videos once fraud drops.